Ever witnessed a moment so extraordinary it felt scripted by fate? That's the NFL, where miracles, audacious plays, and impossible comebacks turn strangers into legends. From miracle catches to buzzer-beater Hail Marys, the NFL constantly delivers jaw-dropping suspense. Here are 10 such rare, one-in-a-billion moments. Wondrous, improbable, and unforgettable. 10. The Immaculate Redemption, Jerome Bettis' fumble and Ben Roethlisberger's tackle, 2005. The Steelers were on the verge of closing out the Colts in the AFC divisional playoff when disaster struck. Jerome Bettis fumbled at the goal line, and Indianapolis cornerback Nick Harper picked it up with nothing but green grass ahead. For a split second, Pittsburgh's season seemed doomed. But then, in a move that defined grit, quarterback Ben Roethlisberger lunged and tripped Harper with a desperate shoestring tackle, preventing a game-winning touchdown. The Steelers survived, went on to win the Super Bowl, and Bettis rode into retirement a champion. It wasn't just a play, it was fate twisting in real time. And if you thought one fumble could flip destiny, wait until you see what a fingertip could do. The tip, Richard Sherman's deflection in the 2013 NFC Championship. With under a minute remaining in the 2013 NFC Championship, the 49ers stood just one play away from reaching the Super Bowl. Colin Kaepernick targeted Michael Crabtree in the end zone, but Richard Sherman rose to the moment. Stretching every inch, he deflected the ball with a fingertip, sending it into Malcolm Smith's hands for the game-clinching interception. The play instantly sealed Seattle's trip to the Super Bowl and crushed San Francisco's hopes. What followed was Sherman's unforgettable, fiery post-game rant, one that became as iconic as the play itself, forever etched into NFL history as the tip. A fingertip changed everything, turning heartbreak into glory. And speaking of fingertips, the very next moment involved a helmet, a miracle, and the biggest upset in Super Bowl history. 8. The helmet catch, David Tyree in Super Bowl 42, 2008. The undefeated Patriots were seconds away from perfection, but Eli Manning had one last heave in him. Escaping a collapsing pocket, he launched the ball downfield toward David Tyree, a backup receiver with only 4 catches all season. Incredibly, Tyree pinned the ball against his helmet while being tackled, somehow holding on. That impossible grab kept the drive alive, setting up the Giants' game-winning touchdown. The undefeated dream was over. It wasn't just a catch, it was football magic at its pure. Trickery couldn't get wilder than that. Just wait until you see a quarterback catch a touchdown on the grandest stage. 7. The Philly Special, Super Bowl 52, 2018, 4th and goal. The underdog Eagles faced the Patriots with everything on the line in Super Bowl 52. Then came the call. Pure audacity. A direct snap to Corey Clement, who flipped it to Trey Burton, who lofted a pass to quarterback Nick Foles. Wide open, Foles hauled it in for a touchdown. A quarterback scoring in the Super Bowl? Unthinkable, yet it happened. The play, forever known as the Philly Special, became an instant classic. The Eagles rode that fearless moment to a 41-33 victory, capturing their first Lombardi trophy. It was guts, glory, and pure creativity on football's biggest stage. But if trick plays leave you breathless, how about a last-second bomb that turned despair into a miracle? 6. The Minneapolis Miracle, Keenum to Diggs, 2018 NFC Playoffs. 10 seconds remained. The Vikings trailed by 1, their season hanging by a thread. Case Keenum dropped back and fired a sideline strike to Stephon Diggs. Diggs leapt, secured the ball, spun upfield, and to everyone's shock, no defender touched him. With nothing but daylight ahead, he sprinted into the end zone as time expired. The stadium erupted in chaos, players piled on in disbelief, and fans hailed it as divine intervention. Forever immortalized as the Minneapolis Miracle, it was a play that turned heartbreak into euphoria. One throw, one catch, one unforgettable moment of eternal magic. And if miracles make you believe in destiny, wait until you see how a single yard-line decision broke hearts worldwide. 5. Malcolm Butler's interception, Super Bowl 49, 2015. The Seahawks stood on the Patriots' 1-yard line, seconds from back-to-back championships. With Marshawn Beast Mode Lynch in the backfield, the entire world expected a run. Instead, Seattle stunned everyone. Russell Wilson dropped back and fired a quick slant. Rookie cornerback Malcolm Butler read it perfectly, broke on the ball, and made the interception of a lifetime. In an instant, New England's title hopes were saved, and Seattle's dreams were shattered. That single snap became one of the most debated play calls in football history. A championship was won and lost in the blink of an eye. And if you think goal line drama is wild, imagine a quarterback throwing a prayer across the sky and actually finding hope at the end of it. The Hail Murray, Kyler Murray to DeAndre Hopkins, 2020. Down to their last chance, Kyler Murray rolled out, dodging defenders, and launched a moonshot toward the end zone. Surrounded by 3 Bills defenders, DeAndre Hopkins rose above all of them, plucking the ball cleanly from the sky. The Hail Murray instantly became one of the greatest regular season plays ever. A reminder that gravity bends for greatness. It was hope turned into reality in midair. And speaking of hope, the next moment was a comeback so crazy it looked impossible halfway through the game. 3. Jaguars' 27-point comeback versus Chargers, 2023 wildcard. By halftime, the Jaguars trailed the Chargers 27-0, and the game looked finished. Fans filed out of the stadium, convinced the season was over. But Trevor Lawrence refused to quit. The young quarterback regrouped, throwing 4 second-half touchdowns and orchestrating an improbable rally. Slowly, the deficit shrank until Jacksonville stunned everyone with a last-second field goal, sealing a 31-30 victory. What began as humiliation turned into history, the third largest comeback in NFL postseason play. It was resilience, belief, and sheer willpower rolled into one. A script so wild that Hollywood would have rejected it as too unrealistic. And if you loved a comeback like that, you'll love what happened when one wide receiver outran an entire defense. 2. CeeDee Lamb's 92-yard touchdown, 2023. In Week 17 against the Lions, Dak Prescott hit CeeDee Lamb on a short pass. What followed was pure electricity. Lamb exploded past defenders, turning upfield for a jaw-dropping 92-yard touchdown. It wasn't just a highlight, it sealed the win and was crowned NFL Moment of the Year. One sprint, one roar, one legend born. But the grandest stage of all, that belongs to the Eagles, who turned defense into destiny in Super Bowl 59. 1. Eagles' Super Bowl 59. Dominance. 2025. February 2025. The Chiefs entered the Super Bowl eyeing a repeat, but the Eagles had other plans. From the opening whistle, Philadelphia dictated the game. Cooper DeJean's stunning pick six sent shockwaves through the stadium. Zach Bond's clutch interception halted any Kansas City rhythm. And Jalen Hurts sealed the night with a 46-yard strike to Devonta Smith. Every big play tilted the momentum further toward the Eagles, who never looked back. When the clock hit 0, the scoreboard read 40-22, a decisive dismantling of the reigning champions. It was dominance, destiny, and one of the most commanding Super Bowl wins ever. And that's a wrap. 10 one in a billion NFL moments that prove why this game is more than just sport. It's drama, destiny, and the stuff of legends. Which play still gives you goosebumps? Drop your favorite in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more unforgettable stories.